Hello everyone and welcome back. Can you believe how fast June just flew by? It's really hard to believe July is just around the corner. Even though time is racing, there are still plenty of new cozy games coming up in July to look forward to, from Hobbit-inspired adventures to running your own hotel, and even some charming shorter games perfect for unwinding after a sunny day. There is going to be something for everyone. If you love cozy games, don't forget to like this video and also subscribe for more. Now let's dive into what cozy games are releasing for July 2025. We are wasting no time with the new releases, and first up on July 1st, you will be able to enjoy the quirky game Untitled Hand Game Titled Edition. This is a short game where you control a hand on a stick, and the aim of the game is to rummage through things to try and collect items. There is a challenge here though, as you must collect the items without being slapped, have your items fall to the floor, or even worse, being stolen by tiny aliens. There are a variety of fun levels, including a bathtub with floating duckies. Who doesn't love a good rubber duck? If you want to enjoy this short goofy game, you'll be able to find it on Steam, and at the time of this recording the demo is still live. Also releasing on July 1st is Upwards Rain, the Post Office of Farewells, and this game is described as part visual novel, part puzzle adventure. In this game, you follow Rain and Myla, who are on the search for a letter containing the last words of someone who may never have actually existed. Whilst trying to solve the mystery, you will encounter other couriers and lots of stamps which will become vital in solving the various challenges you'll be faced with. You will want to play this one with sound, as it is fully voice acted in English and there is a totally original soundtrack. Upwards Rain can be found on Steam for Windows and Mac. Back in January, Into the Emberlands released on PC, and Switch players will also be able to enjoy this game as it's releasing on that platform on July 2nd. Into the Emberlands is a cute exploration game where you can venture into an ever-changing world to explore what lies beyond your village. This journey does have a meaning though, as you have the goal of rebuilding the home of the charming creatures called knacks, as their world is threatened. Whilst exploring, you'll need to keep your eyes peeled for the lost knacks and help return them home. Be prepared to also loot for resources to help rebuild and expand your village. There are multiple biomes to explore, and the world is procedurally generated, meaning there is tons of replayability here. If you're a Steam Deck owner, this game is also fully verified on that platform, and for Switch players there is a current discount ahead of its launch, so be sure to check that out in the eShop if you're interested in this one. Last month, the Scrapbooking Simulator instance released, and this month we have another journaling game. This one has a magical twist. This is The Merry Fairy. Set in a whimsical fairy cottage in the forest, you'll be able to find plenty of items and inspiration to create beautiful journal pages. If scrapbooking in real life is daunting to you, then decorating your own digital one will definitely provide a relaxing escape from the world, and you may even find some words of wisdom and thought-provoking quotes spread throughout this game. If you want to step into the stunning fairy tale world and make some art, you'll be able to do so from the 9th of July, and The Merry Fairy will be coming to Steam. City Builder fans are going to love number 4. This is Islanders New Shores, and this is a sequel to the Islanders game, which has very positive reviews on Steam. In the latest addition to the franchise, you will be able to enjoy some of the same aspects from the first game, but there are also a bunch of new features. You can pick between sandbox and high school mode, but no matter which one you pick, players can enjoy up to 6 diverse biomes and 44 different building types. The game also now has photo mode with filters, so you can capture your islands and share them with friends. There is also an original soundtrack and a new Twitch integration. For gameplay, you will see boons added, which are power-ups, and they will be able to reward you with tactical advantages. Islanders New Shores is coming on July 10th to Switch, Xbox, PlayStation and PC. It is also fully Steam Deck verified, which is great news. Sims fans are also going to be happy on July 10th, as the latest pack is dropping, or should I say fluttering into the shop. This is the Enchanted by Nature pack, and it heavily focuses on fairies, and from what we've seen so far, there will be lots of fun fantasy themed gameplay elements which are controlled by your fairies' abilities, including crafting elixirs and potions, and also bringing gnomes to life. In the Creator Sim, you will also be able to heavily customize your fairy wings and add some special whimsical body paint and other unique features as well. But the best thing about this whole pack has to be the build items, and after seeing some of these, it was enough to make me pre-order the pack. They are truly whimsical and perfect for the Enchanted by Nature theme. I really cannot wait to get started and decorate with these items. If you're not quite a fan of decorating in The Sims, but you like something a little bit sandboxed and also a game that might help you stay motivated, then your personal chill apartment may be the game for you. Using a variety of different furniture pieces, you are able to decorate your very own home. The items all look super cute and there are lots of plants, which is a definite bonus. Players also have the ability to recolor objects to suit your style, which is a great feature as an avid decorator. I love this feature. The game also allows you to focus on real life things too, as you can earn in-game coins for completing your chores, so then you can go and buy more items to decorate your house. There is also a meditative soundtrack to help you relax. Your personal chill apartment is releasing on Steam on July 15th. The following day, on July 16th, Guacho and the Grasslands will also be released. This one has been in development for a little while and it featured back in the Wholesome Direct in 2022, if you do think it looks familiar. If you can't tell, this is a ranching simulator where you play as a Latin cowboy. The aim of the game is to raise and look after a variety of farm animals. You can also master the lasso as well. That is something I will never be able to do in real life, so it's nice that you can do it in a game. As you become a better rancher, you can also improve your farm, unlocking new things such as pathing and resources. There are also a bunch of locals that may need your help. Although you will be able to collect items from your animals, there is no shipping bin in this game, and the economy is solely based on the needs of the residents and trading, not money, which I do think is an interesting twist. There is also an adventure to be had here, as you can explore different biomes on horseback and uncover mysterious Latin folklore to save the legends by buying totems. On release day, Guacho and the Grasslands will be coming to PC, but there are plans in the future for Xbox, Switch and perhaps PlayStation, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. All the way back in 2022, The Wandering Village entered early access on Steam. However, it will now be launching into 1.0 on July 17th. This is a city builder game, but it does have a unique take, as the village is actually on the back of a giant creature, and it means you can move and travel through the world. There are lots of different biomes to explore, and there'll be new things to experience, such as different climates, opportunities, and threats. Throughout early access, they have released many changes, but 1.0 will bring with it even more changes, including a story update. The developers have also said that they would like to make changes in the future after the full release too, and they do have an updated roadmap, so if you had played this one in the past or you are looking to play it, I definitely recommend checking that out. The Wandering Village will of course still be available on PC, but on full release it will also be coming to Xbox, PlayStation and the Switch. At number 10 is Business Heroes Street Grub, which will also be coming to early access. This is a strategic management game where you can turn your measly food cart into a whole food truck empire. At the end of each day, you can plan out your menu, set prices, and pick the location. When picking your menus, you will also have to consider your customers' preferences to help increase your truck's popularity. As with most management games, you'll find that there is a career mode which comes with challenges, or if you prefer a more laid-back approach with no limits, you can play in the sandbox mode. There are also weekly challenges and time challenge modes to play. I absolutely love games such as 2 Point Hospital, so this one is definitely up my street. I did say that it is in early access, and the developers have been quite clear that they will still be working on this game if you do purchase it, and there is a roadmap. So if you are expecting a finished game, I would perhaps hold on purchasing this one for now, but if you are okay with that, then you can enjoy the early access from July 22nd. Also releasing on July 22nd is Misque, A Tiny Tale. This is an adorable 3D platform game all about two tiny robots called Buddy and Bag Boy. These robots aren't just all metal though, they have a big heart too, and an even bigger goal of spreading joy. As you move through the levels, you must clean up the mess and restore each village to uncover the secrets of what caused the destruction. Along the way, you will find other robots who may also be in need of a helping hand, and there are also hidden objects to find, such as golden cogs and coins. I really like the look of this game. I especially like how you are so small in such a giant world. It's so cool to see things from a different point of view. Misque, A Tiny Tale is being released on PC and also the Nintendo Switch. We don't tend to see many sequels in the cozy gaming space, but on July 22nd, the third game in the Monument Valley series will be releasing on Steam. If you are new to this series, these are atmospheric puzzle games that will test your brain cells through a series of illusion and conundrums as you follow the main character Nor on her journey to restore fading light. Not only are the puzzles beautifully crafted in this game, but the world is also enchanting with beautiful colours that will make your puzzling experience that bit better. It is worth noting what it says on the Steam page, that it will be a full story on release, but there will be additional puzzles and chapters post-release. These games are already available on iOS and Android via Netflix Games if you want to play them on a different platform. Grimshshire is aptly at number 13, and this is a little on the darker side, but I do think this still has potential to be cozy despite the impending doom of a plague. This is a farming simulator, but there is a twist. The village of Grimshshire needs your help to bring the community together and survive the deadly plague that threatens their well-being. As this game has some survival elements, the farming mechanics here are going to be a little bit different, as you need to keep your cellar stocked. So instead of thinking about selling your crops, you're going to need to think about preserving them. In order to prevent them rotting, you'll be able to salt, pickle, dry and smoke your food. You can also forage, fish and tame wild critters to get a good supply of animal products. Surviving alone is a lot more difficult, so be prepared to work with the villagers to construct projects and donate to research campaigns to increase the likelihood of surviving. Grimshshire will be entering early access on July 22nd, and my desire to play this one has definitely increased. When I first heard about this game, I was a little bit dubious, but I'll be interested to see how the survival aspect intertwines with the farming. If satisfying games are more for you, then you will need to see One Man's Trash. Before you think, ew, trash, no thanks, this one's actually a little bit more of a mining game, as you must delve into a trash pit to recover the lost Bitcoin fortune. Using your extra special vacuum cleaner, you will suck up the garbage and find rare valuables amongst the rubbish, including legendary junk from pop culture and new skins. The deeper you get, the weirder the trash gets, unsurprisingly, and you will find lots of strange things here. I really think that games like this get a little bit addictive as you get deeper, and then you want to keep finding things. What's the next valuable going to be? And then you want to make more money to upgrade your gear. So that whole kind of gameplay loop really does suck you in, excuse the pun. The demo for this one is still live at the time of recording, but the full release is coming on July 23rd if you want to play this one. Up next, we have Hotel Galactic, which is a Studio Ghibli-inspired management game where you take on the role of an innkeeper whose job it is to restore a neglected space hotel on a magical floating island. Running a hotel isn't an easy task though, and thankfully you'll be guided by the ghostly presence of Grandpa Gustav, who through the story will reveal his tragic past, but although there will be a little bit of sadness, it does intertwine with the task of rebuilding the hotel, so it will come in handy. A hotel also needs to look good, and you'll be able to construct your dream hotel using the modular build mechanics, and to keep things ticking over you can hire workers who learn skills and traits from their predecessors, which is an interesting kind of feature. The game features don't stop there though, and there is a whole lot more to this game, including cooking with alien ingredients, resource harvesting, and exploring underground vaults. The demo for this one has had great feedback, which makes me very excited to get stuck into this management game. Although early access is just tipped for PC, console players, you will need to keep your eyes peeled for this one, as it may be coming to other platforms in the future. If you loved SimCity back in the day, you might like number 16. This game is called Let Them Trade, and it is another relaxing city builder. We seem to have a lot of them today. You aren't going to have much of a story here though, and instead the developers have favoured more of a relaxing and sandbox style approach, which means you can do a lot of the decision making yourself. For example, where to place the cities on the map. Placing strategically will be important to obtain resources, and city economies are also also going to play an important role here, as you can trade with the different cities and also control the taxes your citizens pay. You will also find some challenges and light combat, including the need to protect your cities from robbers. You will have noticed by now that the world looks a little bit different, and the graphics here have all been inspired by woodwork, which I am a fan of. I quite like the way that this looks. It's nice to have a little bit of a change. Let Them Trade is releasing on PC on the 24th of July. I'm gonna sound like a little bit of a geek now, but I'm okay with that. When I was younger, I always found the eruption in Pompei super interesting, and one day I would love to visit, and that's why I was excited to discover the game Danger in Pompei. Although we all know how the story ends, in this point-and-click game, players will be able to live out the final day in the historic city. I do think this one has been kind of created as an educational kind of game, but there's no reason why we can't enjoy it too, and there is going to be a bit of a challenge, as to stay alive and help your friends, you will need to solve a variety of puzzles, which may even offer some answers to things such as how to make perfect bread. You might be thinking, how accurate is this game? Well, the developers have actually taken the time to research historical documents, and they have even had some help from specialists. So you will be able to kind of walk through the game, and they will be pretty accurate as to how it would have been back in the day, way back in the day. If you want to explore Pompei's final day, you'll be able to do so on the 24th of July on Steam. And right at the end of the month, on July 29th, we finally have the release day for Tales of the Shire. I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, nor am I a fan of the foot hair in this game. Do not get me started on that. But if you love cozy games and of course hobbits, then you may have been keeping your eyes peeled for this one and waiting patiently for the release. Even if the Hobbit character creation is not your favourite, the world in this game does look absolutely beautiful and enchanting. Players will be able to move into Forth in Bywater and create their very own home by decorating with an array of furniture. This is grid-free decorating placement, which is a huge bonus. So if you are an avid decorator, you'll be happy to know about that. Outside, you can explore the world and live off the land by fishing, farming, and foraging. When your inventory is full of produce, you can then turn it into meals in your kitchen. As pretty as the world is, and the gameplay does sound relaxing, I'm going to be honest and say I'm a little bit dubious about this one. I think I will have to give it a try and put it to the test, but what are your thoughts? I know a lot of you will be excited, as you may well be Lord of the Rings fan. Tales of the Shire is coming to Switch, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Up next, we have a few games that are scheduled for a July release, but they do not have a specific date, so we may see them this month or we may see them in the future. Firstly, we have Mido, which is a cozy decorating game which will be coming into early access. It looks very adorable, and they even have a cat mascot, which is extra points in my book. The demo for this one is still available at present on Steam if you want to check it out before the release. Then we also have the super wholesome game, The Old Man and His Cat. In this touching game, you follow Domino the cat, attempting to bring happiness back into an old man's life. On your adventure, there'll be interesting characters to meet and puzzles to solve. As a cat lover, this one 100% tugs at my heartstrings. And finally, we have Fishtopia, which is an idle game mixed with a card collection, where you've guessed it, you can collect fish, but these are cyberpunk inspired fish, so expect glitter and vibrant colour. I love the retro graphics of this one, and if you like to have games in the background, this one may be a unique one to try. So there we have it. There are all the cozy games releasing in July 2025. Let me know which one has caught your eyes and which ones you're most excited for. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.